Hello everybody, welcome back to the Darwin's Room channel. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I really appreciate your support as always. And of course, que lo que a mi gente del Caribe. Today we're going to be talking about Freakier Friday, which once again stars Lindsay Lohan and Jamie Lee Curtis. This film follows Anna and Tess, who encounter another identity swapping crisis, but this time with Anna's daughter and stepdaughter in the mix. I really enjoyed the original Freaky Friday. Growing up, I used to watch it a fair amount. It's a really funny movie, it's a great movie, a good family movie as well. However, not to say that I remember it super well either. It has been a long time since the last time I saw it, but I loved it as a kid. I thought it was so great, and Lindsay Lohan, she was always fantastic, and she had a great stretch of movies at that time as well. And so it was really cool to see her in this movie again, especially alongside Jamie Lee Curtis. I forgot how electric their chemistry is and how well they work together. They are not put on the back burner because with the premise of the story following the daughter, played by Julia Butters, who you have previously seen in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood in a brief moment with Leonardo DiCaprio. And she's fantastic here. It's really good to see her in another movie. She's an excellent actress, and I'm excited to see what else is she going to be able to star in the future. Her chemistry with Sophia Hammonds as well, who plays the stepdaughter, is fantastic. I really enjoyed their dynamic. There's some heartfelt elements. Of course, you can see some predictability as well with how it starts with some tension and they kind of get to know each other a little bit more throughout the course of this chaotic Friday of what happens. And so they do a good job of handling that predictability, and really it just lends to the fun and lighthearted premise that this movie is going for. It's really not meant to be something to think too hard about. It's a very simple movie with a really easy premise to get behind. If you've seen the original, you know what to expect with this one. And I feel like this follow-up really honors the original in the sense that it has that same early 2000s spirit of just let's have fun, let's make a good movie and make it an enjoyable one. It doesn't have to be an Oscar-worthy movie in order to be enjoyable, you know? And so they did a great job with that, and you really felt the spirit of that. And it's just so funny. This movie is hilarious. Again, Lindsay Lohan and Jamie Lee Curtis, they work so well together. Their scenes, they have a lot of really fun and witty dialogue that they get to partake in. And it's fun because it's different from the first one. Because in the first one, they swap with each other, but in this one, they're swapping with the kids. And so it's really interesting to see that dynamic, and it was really fun. And then to see Julia Butters and Sophia Hammonds and how they have to act like Lindsay Lohan and Jamie Lee Curtis, that was really funny and really entertaining to watch. And they did a tremendously fantastic job. I absolutely loved it. It was so much fun. Aside from the nostalgic elements, which there's plenty of it, and if you are a fan of the original, you are really going to appreciate it. But it is also good at poking fun about some of the elements from the first one that either maybe didn't work or people thought, oh, that's a little odd. It's good at poking fun at that, which was really cool to see how they handled it in this sequel. In terms of cons, there's really not many. It's a straightforward movie, so I'm not going to be judging it too harshly on the predictability element. I don't think that's fair given the type of comedy and the type of film that this is. So predictability, yeah, sure, but I'm not going to harp on it for that. However, I will say it's a little bit too long, and you really feel that, particularly in the beginning of the film. It really takes a second to get going, and I understand that it's been a long time since the original film came out, and so they feel like they have to re-establish the foundation of the story to bring it to new audiences. But in general, I do think that they could have cleaned that up a little bit to help with the pacing, because it's just a little bit too long and you could definitely feel it in that first part of the film. Other than that, my only other issue with the film would be the ending. In particular, there's a certain way that they decide to go about having a heartfelt sequence between Lindsay Lohan's character and her daughter, played by Julia Butters. And I simply would have done the identity swap back to normal before having that heartfelt conversation and moment. And I think it just would have been a little bit more emotionally effective. Not to say that it's not still heartfelt and meaningful, because it definitely is. I just think that it could have been done a little bit better. So really, those are my only issues with the film. Again, this is a lot of fun. If you enjoyed the original, you're going to enjoy this one. It is a really great film, and it's really funny, and it's just a great time to have at the theater with family and friends. So I highly recommend going to see this movie. I am going to give Freakier Friday a 4 out of 5 stars. Jamie Lee Curtis is fantastic here, and Lindsay Lohan. It's just good to see them both on screen together again. So please go and support this film. Go and support comedies like this and The Naked Gun. We need comedies like this. We need lighthearted films like this. So please get out to the theater. Go watch these movies. Thank you guys so much for watching. God bless you all. Take care.